Greetings today, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. This is another Tolkien quote video. So today I wanted to discuss an important quote of Tolkien's. After all, I believe that legends and myths are largely made of truth, and indeed present aspects of it that can only be received in this mode. And long ago certain truths and modes of this kind were discovered and must always reappear. I wanted to talk about this quote, and I'm going to explain it by using two other quotes, one of his and another of a mystic. So this quote to me connects to this other one here. We have come from God, and inevitably the myths woven by us, though they contain error, will always also reflect a splintered fragment of the true light, the eternal truth that is with God. Now that quote is explaining the first one to me, because Tolkien saw in many ways how I see things too, that since everything is one already and everything is interconnected, the stories, the myths, the legends, the folklore, and now today with our technology, the movies that we get to watch, the books we get to read, all of these forms of art, I guess you can call it, are really showing us spiritual truths and are expressing the perspectives coming from the creators of it. But these truths will resonate with all of us, or at least those of us that are in touch with some of these spiritual truths, because it comes from one source, the prime source that we all emanate from, so that we may know each other and we can experience each other as one, but the many. So we have many different perspectives and we're all very unique and different, but we can also share similarities as well. And so what Tolkien was able to see is that these folklores and myths and legends of old are not just stories of imagination and fantasy. Yes, there is some element to that, of course, but really they're in our reality so that we may learn something from them, so that we may see our own faces within these stories, within these tales. The mystics say that God is playing hide and seek with himself. Well, if God is playing hide and seek, then one of the places that he hides is within these stories and tales. Now I use he as a pronoun because that's what's used in many of the texts that we read. But I believe that we are all part of this prime source that has no pronoun. It is spirit, it is the force of energy of life, and we are all a great part of it, creators in our own wills. And so when you read a story that resonates with you, you are getting in touch with some form of spiritual truth that speaks to your heart. And Tolkien knew this, and he knew how to create stories that would reflect spiritual truths. I wanted to talk about this other quote by Hafiz Shirazi. He said this: "Everyone is God speaking. Why not be polite and listen to him?" Now this is interesting because when you think about it, it's suggesting that everything in this world is God. Everything that we would consider what is God, there is nothing outside of it. Everything is part of it. So if everything is part of it, that means all these stories and folklore and legends do have some spiritual truth to them. Everything does. So the mystic of this, and I think he's a Sufi mystic, Hafiz, he said that if you truly want to know thyself, if you truly want to know this prime source that everything emanates from, learn to listen to everyone. Learn to take in all sorts of different perspectives that make you grow. And so the folklore and the legends and the tales that Tolkien was talking about is all supposed to show us something unique and different about ourselves. And that's what I believe that this quote means. Tolkien was able to pull out some of the spiritual truths that are hidden in all legends and in all myths. And now today, we can see movies, we can enjoy books, we can enjoy art, we can enjoy many different forms of entertainment. It seems like it's entertainment, but what it really is giving us reflections of ourselves. And when we're really quiet and listening to that still voice within, we can get in touch with those spiritual truths. And that's why a certain movie or a book or music even resonates with you, vibrates with you on a high level, because that is what you are recognizing and noticing within yourself to be truth, to be some form of spiritual truth that you know and that you believe, and that makes up your universe and the way that you perceive this world to be. So I did something today. I created a Facebook group for all those who do see spiritual truths in books, movies, and music. And you are all invited to come and join and to share and recommend your favorite movies and books and music to each other and talk about how they are enlightening to you. This Facebook group is called Enlightening Books, Movies, and Music. So I will have the link for you in the description. All are welcome to join because I love doing that so much. I love discussing about some of the spiritual messages and truths that I find within these forms of art on Earth. And I would love for more to join and we to have a very big group that just helps to expand our perspectives and minds together. So everyone have a wonderful day. I wanted to pop on quickly and invite you all to this group and help you understand what this quote was really talking about. So remember to see the spiritual truths in all things, and you will know thyself truly.